Welcome back to episode number 6 of the Disstrackted Podcast.
What we're going to do right here is go back.
Way back.
Back into time. Today we want to talk about some nostalgic TV. Some shit that just like hits us in the feels. Takes us way back. How it made us feel. What we love. What we hate. And everything in between.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to cover quite a few bases, like stuff we remember, like you said, a lot of nostalgic shit, and stuff maybe we want to see come back, stuff we wish, aspects we wish you still had, some maybe we don't.
Yeah, no, for sure. You know, the one thing I miss is TGIF. Like, it just, fuck. Like, TGIF used to hit.
Yeah, it was crazy because like when you would come back home, like I just remember as a kid feeling, oh, it's Friday, oh, like these TV shows are on, like back to back to back, the whole
that
lineup.
Feeling, that like that today's gonna be a good night. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like as we grew up, we were just like, you know, Friday night became completely something else.
Yeah, thank God it's Friday was a whole different meaning afterwards.
Right, like you looked forward just to sitting at home watching TV.
Yeah.
Compared to like all the other fuck shit we started doing.
Yeah, man, fuck. So, I don't know about everybody else or, you know, you Gugs, but for me, I feel like TGIF had a lot of hits. Some of my favorites, Don't Judge Me. What's Sister? Yeah, I fucking said it. I watched some Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
I'm not gonna lie, I never watched it.
Yeah, see, Don't Judge Me. But Hanging with Mr. Cooper was one of my favorites. Yeah,
that was dope. I remember Cooper.
Yeah.
Like even like the intro was so 90s.
So much better, dude. So like you'll be sitting back and you'll hear these fucking intros and they hit. Like you just like want to sing along.
Like do TV shows even have like? Well, I mean like some do, but like I can't think of like too many like epic intros to TV shows these days. Like that was like its own song. Right?
Yeah, it was, and I think because like. Again, like we just love that era though. Like, you know, it was always good.
You hear it and it brings you back to that time for sure.
Yeah. Some other shit on there was Family Matters.
Yeah.
That was
Urkel,
fucking Urkel,
Winslow,
Stefan,
Eddie Winslow.
You know, Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs too. Yeah, I remember. I still remember even going to like McDonald's when they used to give Happy Meal toys. I have like a bunch of Dinosaurs toys.
Bro, on a side note, McDonald's Happy Meal toys used to fucking hit.
Yeah.
Like they were the shit. I've seen some of the shit my daughter gets now, and it's like the shitty ass plush toy with like, you know, like with just like an animated face, and they're like, "Oh, here you go, collect all 7." Like, fuck this. What am I gonna collect this shit
Remember
for?
like the red box with like the yellow arches on the top?
Yeah. Oh man, nostalgic shit to the max.
Yeah, and like the toys were dope. Like they were always
You used to get like those basketball hoops with like the fucking where you shoot the ball.
And
like, oh man, those are crazy shit. Now it's like garbage.
But I remember like that was a big thing though, because like even a part of the marketing campaign for Dinosaurs was like the Happy Meal toys.
Yeah, big. Dinosaurs, Boy Meets World.
Oh yeah.
Boy Meets World.
What do you think of when you think of Boy Meets World?
Topanga. Only Topanga.
You already know.
Right? You already know. You already know where we're going with this. I mean, it was a great show. Don't get me wrong. I love the show. But Topanga was fucking everything in that show.
How could you not think that?
Yeah.
She still looks pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I think she's on the new one. They made a revamp or whatever.
Oh, I never watched it. It was what's it called
Girl Meets World.
Yeah,
It's like their daughter, who's like the person now.
Oh, so her and Corey.
Yeah, they got married and all that.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll talk about it a little bit later though. So that's TGIF for me. Like that was just like the primo. You know, you're chilling out, you're fucking watching some bomb ass TV. And it just feel good, and then like obviously Saturday mornings followed by with some like cartoons.
Yeah, Saturday morning cartoons was a thing. And
it used to be a lot. Like it was a solid lineup. You know what I mean? Like
I guess like we're not really covering cartoons today. We could. I'm a diehard cartoon fan.
But I think like we got so much on our plate just for this.
Yeah,
I think we could probably just end it with that. You know, so another one of my favorite shows was LL Cool J in the House.
Yeah, that was
the whole UPN. Like I don't like so.
UPN was fire.
UPN was
Channel
fucking
14?
sick. Yo, this guy remembers the channel. I didn't remember the channel, but the fact that this guy remembers the channel is a huge fucking thing.
And like even like the logo, like the U, the P, like it was like
there was like a circle triangle, square, right? Yeah. Yellow, red, blue.
I don't remember the color.
I think it was yellow, red, blue, or some shit like that. Oh man, but yeah, no, like LL Cool J. I remember I first off, like, you know, us being huge music fans, I thought it was insane that like, you know, LL Cool J's got a show, and like, so every time you see him, you already were like, oh, LL Cool J is just a cool fucking dude, and now this guy has a show?
Yeah, I know. Like, LL was the man. Like, he was just like, he's always like jacked. He was always cool. Like,
yeah, he portrayed this like wicked image.
Yeah, he just had like, he had the juice. Like, he had the it factor. Like, he was like a star, right?
Yeah. I watched that religiously,
and that was like a thing back then, especially because like musicians were transitioning into
acting
TV shows
and TVs and all that. Yeah,
because Brandy did the same thing too.
Oh yeah, Moesha. Yeah, which I loved. I fucking loved Moesha, but we'll get to that. Actually, you know what? That was the next thing I was actually gonna say. Was Moesha? So that's a great point. Moesha was there, like fucking wicked.
Yeah,
like it. Oh fuck! Sorry. Side note. It's a bop. It's Country Grammar by Nelly. You know how we always listen to some bomb-ass music while we're doing this shit. Country Grammar. Anyways, Moesha was fucking dope.
Nelly kind of reminds you of like LL Cool J, like he's jacked, good-looking guy.
He's like
Nelly should have went into TV.
He's just LL Cool Jr., man. Like he's like fucking low Cool J. Him and Ashanti are together again, and I think she's pregnant with this kid or some shit. Bro, it's a fucking crazy twist. I don't know. Clearly, we're distracted.
That's very
once
distracted,
again. Yeah. And then it was wicked how like Moesha had her brother Ray J on there.
Yeah.
Right? They had Ray J,
and,
Q.
And that goes to Q-Tip, right?
Yeah.
And that goes to show like how big of a star Brandy really was back then.
Yeah,
like
massive.
I know like she's not really in the limelight now, but Brandy was huge.
Yeah.
And so was LL. Like LL Cool J has gone on for like decades if you think about it.
Isn't he on a show now too?
Yeah,
like
what was that crime show? NCIS?
NCIS, yeah.
Like he's still going.
Yeah.
That's how
of course now it's not the same as that, but
but think about like the eras of LL Cool J, like Mama Said Knock You Out, from like Phenomenon, Paradise.
Yeah, that other song too.
And then In the House and NCIS. Like he's
just like Ice-T though. Ice-T used to be this gangster ass rapper.
Oh, like, Ice-T was so
and then
gangster.
he plays a cop. He plays a fucking cop on TV now.
Man, Ice-T is like, we'll dive into Ice-T another day. I love Ice-T, man.
UPN also had Girlfriends. That was a huge fucking. I mean, I watched it. I'm not gonna lie.
I've seen it, but like I haven't seen it beginning to end. I've seen episodes of it.
It came on Netflix.
Yeah, it did. Yeah,
and I rewatched it.
It is Again, funny. Like
it's a funny show.
Yeah, like if you're into like the 90s whole like sitcom thing.
Yeah, I've always been into like black comedy. Like I think it's wicked. Like
the humor is like
the humor is just
too good.
Different. You know what I mean? Like it's really good. The Hughleys.
Oh yeah, Dio he's the man. He's so funny.
I don't know if you remember this one, but One-on-One.
One-on-One I never watched.
Yeah, I used to love One-on-One. Half and Half, the two sisters.
I didn't watch that either.
Oh shit! Like, see, I'm telling you, I was dying. I bled UPN.
But
I was into that shit.
But I was like, believe it or not, I was like too manly for like, oh, it's like a show about girls, man. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I was always like that. Even like whether it was like music or anything. Like I was just like, man, I can't, you know.
You can't be caught watching that shit.
Yeah. I never listened to boy bands, none of that shit.
Yeah.
But when I grew older, I was like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, man. I kind of Backstreet Boys. Some of that shit was.
Now you hear everybody Backstreet Boys at a fucking party. Yeah. And we're just like, oh shit.
Yeah, that was like Backstreet's back.
And like Kanye sampled it. Now he made it cool.
It sounds better than ever. Yeah.
Oh man, it's fucking crazy. You remember Fox? When Fox was good?
No. Can you please explain what Fox was?
Fox Network.
Yeah, I know. Fox is still alive.
No, but I like when it was good. When they had hits.
Yeah.
Like, they don't got shit now. You know, like, they had, like, fucking Mad TV.
Oh, yeah.
Martin show.
That was, like, late night. Oh, Martin was fire.
Martin, you know, like, and then you got, like, Big Sean. Like, Martin was so big that, like, Big Sean, Chris Brown, all these guys, they're reenacting those things in their music videos.
Yeah, and even like Notorious B.I.G. was on.
Yeah, you were telling me. Yeah. I forgot about that.
That's so crazy to see him acting. Is like, even I forgot. Like, I don't remember it as a kid.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of these shows we mentioned, like I remember the shows, but I couldn't tell you like episode for episode. I wouldn't know what was happening until I went and rewatched them like as I got older.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, Biggie was on there. Like,
yeah, Biggie was fucking wicked, man. Like, it was crazy to see him on all that shit.
yeah, it was so funny to see him acting because like there's not a lot of. It feels like there's not a lot of footage, like because Tupac did movies, right?
Yeah.
When you mention Tupac, you mention Biggie, right? It's like
Yeah.
hand in hand. So yeah, Tupac was in like movies and stuff like that all the time, but like
Yeah.
Biggie, not like that.
Above the Rim was one of my favorite movies of Pac.
Well, he was in a bunch, Juice and like
Juice and all that shit. But like, actually, that was really good too. Did you ever watch the Bernie Mac show?
Actually, no, I
The
didn't.
Bernie Mac show was fucking dope.
Bernie Mac is funny. Like,
he
I
was
watched
hilarious.
Bernie Mac stuff.
Yeah,
I just
his
haven't-
stand up, it was sick. Like Kings of Comedy shit.
Kings of Comedy.
Oh fuck, it's.
I think that falls out of the realm. That falls out of the realm of what we're talking about because
Yeah.
we're trying to stick to TV shows, but that is so funny. Like I even rewatched that like a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
To me, it's still funny. Like I still sit there, I laugh out loud.
Yeah, it's hilarious. And that's the thing though, right? So if you were into Kings of Comedy, you're gonna be into the Bernie Mac show. It's really good. It's like it's a TV safe version of his comedy, but it still has that like edge to it. Like he's talking about like beating his fucking adopted kids and shit. Like it's like listen to me, like he's pushing the boundaries, but like he would still never cross.
I don't even find that like to me though. Comedy is like the art of comedy. I think is awesome because you talk about sensitive shit. You turn everything into a joke to the point where you could just talk about it and make it funny.
Yeah,
like, that's the art of comedy.
Exactly.
Like I can't sit here and I don't want to make a dumb joke.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta watch what we say, for the most part.
But I really appreciate that. Like it's funny. You could bring up issues, and I'm sure we'll get more along to that later.
Yeah.
It's like,
Fox had in Living Color,
In Living Color, yeah, which is crazy because like Jim Carrey was in that Wayne's Brothers.
Yeah, the Wayne's Brothers. Yeah.
I
they
think,
all got their start on that shit. That was
crazy.
that
was like early comedy of like what do you call it? It wasn't live action, but like
it was just
like improv or whatever you would.
Improv, improv. Yeah, it was like a Saturday.
I think like Jennifer Lopez was a dancer on that too.
Really?
I'm pretty sure I remember reading that. Like I wouldn't remember noticing her obviously at that time. But.
Yeah. I didn't know that. Holy shit. And I know we were talking earlier, but you were saying you didn't really watch Friends too much.
Yeah, I was never a big Friends person. Like I've seen episodes, but I've never watched like.
Yeah.
And I know I'm probably one of the few of our generation that never really watched it. Because I know a lot of people that watch Friends religiously.
I've seen Friends quite a few times. And but you know, it's crazy because like I actually really like it now that I've seen it, and I never actually fully watched it when it was live, but now I go back on my on my IPTV, the 24-hour channel, and I rewatch some of the episodes. You know, you got to be careful what you say, but yeah, it's pretty cool seeing some of the episodes that you never watched back then and watching them now, and. Sometimes my wife gets jealous. She'll be like, "Oh, you're so lucky you're getting to watch it for the first time again."
Oh, really?
Yeah. But it's dope. I love Friends. That's enough of Fox, but some gems in there though for sure. Like Mad TV. Actually, do you remember did you watch Mad TV a lot?
I remember watching Mad TV. Even the magazine, I remember Mad TV.
Yeah. But do you remember like, look what I can do?
No.
Ah, fuck. I'm going to have to show you some clips.
Who is that?
It was like that Stevie kid. And like Miss Swan. Do you remember Miss Swan?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah.
Miss Swan was wicked.
Looking like a man.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
That shit wouldn't fly nowadays, though.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like, Mad TV got away with a lot of shit back in those days.
I think almost every one of the comedies we probably talk about from back then.
Far, yeah.
There's so many topics that are considered like too sensitive now.
Oh, yeah, 100%. It's a whole nother world now. Like, a lot of those guys, they used to cover like really deep topics. You know what I mean? Like some really deep shit. And we'll get to it. I think I don't know, like I'm trying to say it in a way where like I'm trying to be sensitive to the world.
Just let it go.
Yeah, you know, like I'm just at that point. Maybe I just shouldn't. I shouldn't.
You could censor it when you edit it.
Yeah, exactly. But I do have a question for you.
Yeah.
Now this is a big one for people that are our age. Goosebumps or Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Ooh.
Damn.
I think, me personally, I got show love to both, but I'm gonna go Are You Afraid of the Dark? To me, that was my shit.
Yeah, they were both good.
I actually, as a grown ass man, I watch.
Where is he going with this?
Not like regularly, but I mean, like, you know, you flip channels at night, like Family Channel, like Are You Afraid of the Dark is still there, and sometimes I'm like, I remember this episode.
Yeah, man. So their intros used to fucking like as a kid. I used to be freaked
and
out.
Goosebumps too. Like the beat's fire.
Yeah.
Like someone's gotta you gotta remix that.
Sample Goosebumps.
Fun fact: Ryan Gosling was on both Are You Afraid of the Dark and Goosebumps.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the Goosebumps episode was I'm forgetting the name now. But as oh no, say cheese and die.
Oh fuck, I remember that. Oh shit, I didn't remember Gosling being on there.
Big ass camera. it's like the thing doesn't look like a camera at all. First off,
yeah, the old school one.
There's like this mad scientist with like long hair, like these big ass goggles, like.
When you look back now and you're like, man, some of those episodes are so dumb.
Yeah.
But back then they used to scare the shit out of you. You're like, oh fuck, like.
I'm not gonna lie, man. That one, I remember it didn't scare me then.
Yeah.
Didn't scare me now. But there are some.
Some of them got me.
Like I've said, I've rewatched a few at this point. Some of them I'm still like, ooh, I remember why that scared me now.
Oh man. So, one of my favorite shows. Now I don't know if you know this or remember this. Was California Dreams.
Yeah, I remember that. California
Do you remember the cast? They literally.
I remember Jake.
The leather jacket.
Yeah, the leather jacket Jake, of course.
But like, I don't know. Like, I recently came across some scenes, and I was rewatching it all. Doesn't it look like the cast of California Dreams is actually the Power Rangers? They got like the black guy. They got the Asian girl. The leather. They got like the sort of geeky white guy.
They were a band, right?
Yeah, they were a band.
Yeah.
But like I'll show you some clips, and I'll actually in the YouTube description I'll link some clips. Look at the cast. I swear to God, they like reused the whole plot of fucking Power Rangers. It's literally like I never clicked in on it before, but now I'm like, what the fuck? This is.
I was obsessed with Power Rangers.
Yeah.
That was like
wicked.
The worst part was like when Power Rangers was cool. I think we were in the 2nd grade.
Shit.
And or maybe it was the 2nd grade for sure. Because I remember we used to play Power Rangers at recess, and I had a Power Rangers backpack. But the thing was like I didn't realize like I wasn't gonna get a new backpack for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
So like the year after when Power Rangers wasn't cool, I had to carry that backpack around. I was always carrying it like inside out so no one could see it. I would hold it like a bag.
Yeah.
Because like Power Rangers weren't cool after that the year after, but I had it for like 2 years.
Fuck. That first year you were probably killing the game. For the most part. I mean, back in those days, you probably felt like a G.
I would love to say yeah, but
I mean, but I'm talking about like those, like grade 2 Power Rangers fucking backpack, no fucking Zeller special.
What was gonna happen? Like, what were people gonna say to me?
Listen, if I saw a kid with a Power Rangers backpack in grade 2, I was like, damn, that's fucking cool. I'm gonna go home.
My
and
only
harass
friends
my
were
parents.
you guys back then too.
Well, that's why I harassed my fucking parents for that kind of shit too.
You never complimented my backpack.
Shit, this guy remembers way too much. Last week it was a grade 6 fucking freestyle. This year, or this week it's you're not complimenting his backpack. You hold on to a lot of shit, my friend.
I can't help it.
Oh man, you know what I really miss is watching Fresh Prince.
Ooh, that might be my I don't want to say my all-time favorite because that's a pretty strong statement, but honestly, it's up there. Like I learned a lot of life lessons from Fresh Prince. I watch it to this day. I still laugh out loud. Like if I throw on an episode, there's so many funny scenes to me.
So I'm gonna talk. I'm not actually. You know what? I'm not gonna say shit, but I'm gonna say a certain episode, and I'm gonna see if this guy clicks in on it. One of the saddest Fresh Prince episodes ever.
There could only be one.
Which one?
The one with Will's dad?
Oh,
has to be.
that still pulls on the heartstrings, man.
Man, that scene.
I watch it till this day, and I get teary-eyed.
Bro, I watch that scene alone sometimes. Like,
yeah, YouTube. You go
there,
like,
I just YouTube that everywhere. Scene alone.
Yeah.
Like, why don't want me, Uncle Phil?
Yeah, then they had to get you with that statue.
Yeah.
They zoom into the statue, and you're like, oh, man.
And then when Phil hugged him, like, his hat kind of came off.
So that scene was actually Will Smith, they performed it, and Uncle Phil, James Avery, he told Will, he was like, no, man, like, we're gonna redo this. You're not putting your fucking shit in. Like, you gotta put your heart and soul into it. I don't believe you right now that you're sad. So they reenacted it, and then Will was saying in an interview that he's like, man, when we nailed that scene, Avery said to me in my ear, like, so from our angle, we just see them hugging, but he's like, Avery was telling me in my ear, like, that's how you fucking act. That's how you fucking do it. And he's like, then my hat fell off, and it just like, he's like, the moment was insane.
Yeah, that was, man, I used to know the dialogue word for word. I don't want to say it now because I'm going to screw it up. But like,
that's a strong scene.
I watched it that many times.
But I read a few places that they still, till this day, say that's one of the probably like the strongest scenes in history, like TV history.
Yeah, it was. It was so crazy too. Like, I remember watching it and thinking like, oh damn, like Will's dad?
Yeah.
Like, just the whole episode, like, damn, Will's dad's here. And then like at the end when Will's dad left, like, wow, like that was seriously was like powerful shit. Like,
but they used to see, that's the thing though. Like, I feel like those days shows used to cover a lot of serious shit. You know, like father abandonment issues, racial issues, sexual assault, like real shit. Like, I'm not saying they don't cover real shit nowadays, but I feel like nowadays is all one type. Or every show wants to play it safe, and they don't really, you know, dig deep into some of these issues. But back then they did.
I thought like the whole concept of the show was just like I said, like you learn so much from it because, like, well, it's funny. It's just like Will chasing after girls, and like was making fun of Carlton, making fun of Uncle Phil.
Yeah.
And, like, no one was too sensitive. You could take like fat jokes or this or whatever. Like, it was cool. You could say whatever you want.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, Will was going through real shit. Carlton's going through real shit.
Yeah.
Remember like that episode when Carlton, he's like, oh, you guys think I'm not black enough and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's so many.
Even that other one where like Will takes a bullet for him.
Yeah.
That was, and you know what? Another one of my favorite Fresh Prince episodes is when Carlton goes into the locker and takes speed. And he's like dancing on tables, and then like, you know, Will feels awful. Like, that was a really dope episode as well.
Fresh Prince was dope though because they had, like, it was so popular that they had so many cameos.
So, oh fuck,
oh my god, Naomi Campbell,
yeah,
Tara Banks,
Trump.
oh my god, yeah, Donald Trump was
like
on there.
Everybody, Chris Rock.
One of my favorites was when Belviv DeVoe was on there.
Oh fuck. Oh yeah, that was a great one.
Yeah, Will starts dancing, he gets in the video.
What was his buddy's name?
Ty.
And
they're like, Will, like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I was just trying to go to my room. They're like, Ty, what are you doing? He's like, I was trying to be in the music video.
You remember that other episode where they're on that best friends episode, and they're trying to see like Jazzy Jeff's trying to see if he should be the best friend, and
oh yeah,
Ty trying to be the best
when they're
friend.
in the booth, right?
Yeah,
that was
like
so funny.
And all that shit, and they're crying at the end. I was like, oh man. Fuck, that was a good one too. That's the thing with Fresh Prince. Like, there's so many good fucking episodes. Like, you can watch it from start to finish, and it's just it's
and
great.
Like, they had like Boys to Men on there, like the whole Motown Philly thing, right?
Yeah.
Because it was the Philly connection.
Yeah. That was dope too. Fuck,
man, they had so much shit on there.
You know, like
and then you got to see them grow up too. Because when like Ashley was like, it's so weird to think like she started off as a little kid and then she really it felt like Will was almost the same throughout. It felt like Hillary was kind of the same throughout.
Yeah,
and they've obviously changed, but
I don't know how. That was some
Uncle
crazy
Phil
shit.
was the man too.
Oh yeah, Uncle Phil was dope.
Even like I love how J. Cole like talks about Uncle Phil and no role models.
Yeah.
First things first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil.
Yeah. That's a wicked line too to start a song.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're the only father that I ever knew.
Yeah.
Like that.
But
was
it's
crazy.
true though, because a lot of people looked up to him too. Like James Avery was a super talented guy.
He was.
You know?
Did you know he did the voice of Shredder in Ninja Turtles.
What the fuck?
Yeah, watch when you watch Ninja Turtles, like close your eyes, and you're gonna hear Uncle Phil's voice.
Holy shit! Like in
It's
the cartoons?
crazy. Like he has that deep voice.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
And remember that time when to tie it back to TGIF,
Yeah.
when they had that after credits scene.
Family
Yeah,
Matters.
yeah,
Family
yeah.
Matters.
Yeah, Family Matters. When the kid walks in and he's like, he looks at Carl Winslow. He's like, yeah, he does look like the dad from Fresh Prince.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
James
yeah.
Avery walks
Oh
in.
man.
That was a dope scene.
That was another dope scene. Was remember when they were in the pool house and they're having that party, and they're in the court after and they're replaying the scenes. And
Yeah.
like, James Avery, like they're making him seem
That
like this
was
big
so
bad
funny.
monster and shit.
Yeah, and then he tells that white girl to leave, and he's like, and tell your mom your dad has a girlfriend.
Fuck, see, like that's what I mean though. Like,
Like, I swear to God, I laugh out loud still at so much of the shit that they did.
yeah, you could like rewatch Fresh Prince right now and
It's
love
so
it.
fun. Like,
But-
if I say flambe, you know what the
Oh,
episode
exactly.
I'm talking
fuck
about,
yeah,
right?
you know Flambe, man.
There's so many funny episodes.
There's a lot. Even like the other one you were saying, you know how there's so many cameos. Even was it Malcolm Jamal Warner?
Oh yeah, that was a good episode.
The court where he hit his car.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
such a good episode.
And like it's dope. And you know what like I thought was really dope was how like Jazzy Jeff was on there. But like him and Jazzy Jeff were like fucking music partners in real
Yeah.
life. And like Jazzy Jeff's is a fucking genius. Like we can talk about that whole another episode, like on like a segment, how dope he is as a DJ. But like he was wicked on that show.
But even Carlton was so good. Like, he played his role so well.
Oh yeah.
Like, I remember seeing this thing where the producers of the show, they told Will, they're like, yo, just go by your real name, because this show is going to make you so famous that they're only ever going to call you this.
Yeah.
And then Alfonso Ribeiro went by Carlton, and to this day you only know him as Carlton.
Yeah.
You only know Hillary as Hillary.
That's the thing though, like they got typecast.
Yeah.
You know, like if that, and that happens with a lot of shows where if they're just too good, you can't see them in any other role.
No, exactly. And like Will went by Will, he's still Will, but like he was
Will was the only one I
megastar.
feel like, you know, Men in Black and all, his
Yeah,
movie
yeah.
roles.
Well,
they
but
were
also the
believable.
show was really designed around him,
Yeah.
anyways, right?
But see, then like talking about typecast shit, like Saved by the Bell. Like I could never
Oh,
picture
yeah.
Screech as somebody else,
Never.
Zach as somebody else, fucking, and Saved by the Bell was dope too. Like which, okay, so talking about Saved by the Bell, which era? Because it feels like there was like 3 eras of Saved by the Bell. There was like the beginning when they were like in the beginning of school, when it was like really old, like the retro looking. Then they had like obviously when like everybody came on, like Slater and all that, and then they had the college years. What would be your favorite?
I still want to say like the early, maybe like the second half of the early part, but even then, like remember when they had like the summer vacation? They were on the beach and all that stuff.
Oh,
They
that
were
was
working.
wicked. The
That
movies.
was, that was
Oh
dope
no, wait,
too.
no, not were they working at the beach resort?
Yeah, why am I forgetting her
The
name?
girl from King of Queens.
Yeah. Why am I forgetting her name?
I don't.
We did so much research.
I know, and certain things we fucking forget. Whatever. But yeah,
But
she
you know what
that
I'm
was
talking about,
good.
yeah.
You know what? Weird enough, my IPTV only fucking keep showing like those beach scenes, like the
Oh, yeah?
episodes over and over. I don't know if I always miss the other ones, but like yeah, like Saved by the Bell was dope for that. It was like a
But you learned a lot of lessons from that too.
yeah, you did.
When they got in the car accident.
Drinking and driving.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Or there's no hope for dope.
That was a wicked. So was that actor a real actor? No, right?
I
don't remember.
now I thought I was gonna say yeah.
But
now you're
don't
tripping me
remember.
out.
What was his name? Johnny.
I can't remember.
Fuck, it was like Johnny something. I don't remember if he was.
And
a
then he
real
started
person.
smoking weed. He's telling them to do it, and they're
Telling
like,
Kelly like,
"No,"
oh,
yeah.
you know, here, it's all good. Oh man, that was.
But there are so many good things. Like, man, I remember that emotional episode. I was gonna say for me, but I think for everybody was when Zach and Kelly broke up. Remember at the dance?
Oh man, they're like fuck. Oh
And then they're
fucking
singing that song, right? Like the band's still going. Like,
yeah. What was his
"How
name?
am I
She
supposed
left
to
him for.
carry on?"
What was the guy's name? Jeff.
Jeff,
Fuck
yeah.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole, man. Split up Zach
Yeah.
and Kelly.
Man, I watched that scene so many times too.
Yeah.
Many times. They're talking outside of the school dance and like it fades off.
Yeah.
Man, that was so sad. I can never
She was all like, "Oh, I love you. I don't love you. I don't know. I'm confused." I fucking hated Kelly. Like, it's really hard to hate Kelly Kapowski.
Yeah,
like, don't get me wrong,
God.
but I fucking hated her for those few episodes in between. And then I was so happy when they had. Actually, I just watched that episode today where they went and they got the fake IDs and they went to the club and they saw Jeff with that other girl.
Oh yeah, that's what happened, man.
Yeah, and that's how he got caught. And like, oh fuck, like. Finally, I was like, Kelly, welcome back to the bright side. You were on the dark side for a bit there.
There was so much shit that happened. Like, remember when Zach and Slater fought?
Yeah. That's something like the show was wicked.
Yeah.
Like I love Saved by the Bell.
And then somehow they became friends over because of Mr. Belling's toupee, and they punched down his pants or something. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I remember that.
How about Jesse? I'm so excited. I'm so scared. Well, she's taking speed or something, right?
No, caffeine pills.
Oh, caffeine. Speed. Okay, never mind.
This guy jumped. He made her into a pook, man. Like fucking Jesse's panel hooked on fucking. No wonder she was on Showgirls for a bit. She was hooked on speed, according to this guy.
Continuity.
Oh fuck. Oh man, yeah. That's the thing. Like, Saved by the Bell is dope.
But they did the reboot of that, right?
Listen, I watched like 2 episodes. I don't even want to fucking talk about how big of a waste of time it was. They canceled it. Second season, they didn't even give it a chance.
I didn't even know that. The thing is with me and with any TV show, not just that. Like, I got commitment issues. Like, I want to know the TV show is good. If it doesn't capture me right away, or if like my friends aren't telling me like you gotta watch it, just like sit through it, it's hard to keep my attention.
It is. It's just one of those things where I feel like Saved by the Bell only worked because we loved seeing those characters as the main characters.
Oh yeah.
They were like the teachers and principals now. So it's like it didn't, and the new cast was sort of like the main cast. It didn't hit. I didn't like it.
And also when you're that age too, it's like you look at Zach, you're like, man, I want hair like Zach. I wish I was like cool like Zach.
Yeah.
I wish I was like had muscles like Slater.
Yeah.
Really,
yeah.
I look like Screech all along.
Oh fuck. But you know what? I will say a good reboot. I don't know if you've seen it. Is Bel A.
No, actually, I don't know why. I just never got around. I guess I never heard enough reviews.
I've been telling everybody for a while to watch Bel A. Like, Bel A's dope. It's on season.
I never heard enough people saying like check it out. Like I said, like I don't take the initiative to go on my own and really watch TV shows like that.
See, it all started from that. Whoever, I don't know who this guy was, but he was on the internet and he uploaded, I guess for like a art class or whatever, film class, he made that trailer.
Yeah, that was
that dark trailer.
I remember seeing that.
So that's where these guys got this idea for Bel A from. So it's actually pretty. I'm not gonna lie, I love it. They got a season 3 coming out. It's pretty solid.
I think for me, I just have a hard time getting over like I said, I watch Fresh Prince now and I still laugh out loud.
Yeah.
I watch it for comedy.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not that.
Yeah.
It's definitely not. I will say, if you're looking for a comedic show, yes, it has its moments of, comedy and whatnot, but it's not meant to be a comedic show. It's more about this day and age issues and real problems that they might be going through. But the one thing I will say, it's fucking sick to hear the dope ass music they play. They have modern day music and they have all they actually brought back both moms from Fresh Prince on there as different roles.
Oh damn.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I fuck with it. I think it's dope.
Well, I kind of appreciate the fact that they went out their way to make it different instead of being hey, let's just literally do the same thing.
Yeah.
I think they should do that.
Yeah. It's good. I like it. I think I say watch it, man. Trust me. I think you'll fuck with it.
Because what's the point if you're gonna just do the same thing again, right?
Well, that's why I think Saved by the Bell failed, because they were trying to just do that stupid slapstick comedy and it doesn't work.
Right.
You can't have another Screech. There was only one Screech. It's not funny when now there's a different kid doing the same shit Screech did.
And that's kind of like the story of Doogie Howser too.
Yeah. So yeah, Doogie Howser, I don't know if you've seen the reboot on that. They have it on Disney, and I was because I remember recently I was oh fuck, I really feel like watching Doogie Howser again. So I rewatched the whole thing, and then I'm oh, there's a new one, and I click on it and I watch maybe I think because the original, like, I just finished watching it, so it was all fresh in my mind. And then I started watching the new one, and now Doogie Howser is a girl from Hawaii, and there's no difference in the episodes. They literally recreated exact episode for episode, but in Hawaii with a new generation and a girl being the doctor. So it, like,
I guess that's like the if it ain't broke, don't fix it mentality.
No, 100%. Like, I don't think you need to fuck around with it. It was fine the way it was.
Yeah.
Right? And then, obviously, Cobra Kai. You know, us, we're fucking diehard Cobra Kai.
We talked about that before.
But, yeah, like, we're not going to get into that. You can go back to episode 1 and watch that. Boy Meets World, we touched on that. Girl Meets World now.
There's only one thing to touch on.
Topanga. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything else. It is what it is. Full House. I always loved Full House.
I remember, like, I watched Full House as a kid. Like, it was always on TV.
Yeah.
But I never got into, like, I didn't watch it to the point where it's like I was a diehard Full House fan.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, like, when they released Fuller House. Did you watch Fuller House?
I did. For like the first 2 seasons or 1 season, whatever it was. But I didn't care for it. Again, they recreate, like, I get the twist they had, but it was a lot more like adult jokes, and they were pushing the boundaries, and I couldn't resonate with it. It felt like they were trying too hard.
For me, it was like I remember liking Full House. Like, I always thought it was hilarious.
It was a good watch.
Joey and John Stamos was the man. Do you remember that episode when he's doing that motorcycle stunt on, like, the edge of the building?
Yeah, dude, that was fucking crazy. Like, I don't know, like, he was trying to have like a midlife crisis or some shit like that.
Yeah, I remember thinking like he was so cool, like his hair, the leather jacket, like just having a band, riding a motorcycle, like, and his wife was hot, like he had everything.
Yeah, he was fucking killing it. You know, one thing that was crazy about Full House was like fucking Bob Saget.
Yeah, like, you would have never thought, like, seeing him in his post career from Full House was completely different. So dirty, like, so out there.
He's acting all innocent and all this shit on the fucking TV with kids and all this, and then next thing you know, you hear all this fucked up shit afterwards.
I think that in a weird way, it's like, because you didn't expect it, it kind of made it more funny. It's like, you're like, what? This coming from
now when
him?
you look back and listen to it again, you're like, what the
Danny?
fuck? Yeah. And then it's crazy. Like, did you see him on Entourage?
Yeah.
Like, that's when I was like, holy fuck, this guy's crazy.
He's talking about, like, doing cocaine off the chick's ass or something like that.
This guy didn't give a fuck. Like, he was next level crazy, man. He had some good fucking scenes on Entourage.
Entourage as a whole was, like, one of my favorite shows. That was like a game changer for me.
Oh yeah.
It was one of the first shows I ever binge watched. I think it came out in like 2004. I didn't watch it in 2004. I waited a couple of seasons.
Yeah.
My brother had like the DVD box set. I don't know. Somehow I don't even know what made me want to watch it, but for whatever reason I just threw it in. Cause I'm not really much of a TV show watcher, like I said, like that.
Yeah.
I threw it in. I thought it was so dope. I started lending it to everybody. I was like, yo, you gotta check this out. You gotta watch this show. This show will change your life.
Yeah.
Cause like you see that, and you're like, man, I want to be Vincent Chase.
Yeah, I did, yeah. Fucking that is true. They definitely lived that fucking life, man.
And they had like there's so much good shit that went on. Like remember like I Am Queens Boulevard.
Yeah, that was the cheesiest shit ever. Like I still remember that one commercial where like he's acting. They were down on their luck and he had to act in that like pop or energy drink in Japan and kung fu or whatever the fuck he was doing. I was like, dude.
Remember like how fucked up the Medellin the trailer was?
I legit thought they were gonna fucking kill it with Medellin.
It was so yeah. The way they sold it, like that was dope how they did that. Like you kept thinking, man, this is gonna be so epic, and then you saw it and you're like, what?
Remember?
But like the Aquaman, that trailer was epic. I still want to see that Aquaman more than
the real one.
Yeah, more than the real one. Like that Aquaman was epic, where he's like running off the dock, about to dive in. That was so dope, and I love how they had like so many cameos from people. Yeah, like the Tom Brady one when Turtle's golfing with him, and then he wants to give Tom Brady shit the whole time, and then he finds out Tom Brady's so nice. He's like, yeah, come by. Giselle will cook for us. He's like, Giselle cooks?
Yeah, that was good.
Mark Wahlberg, he's like, why are you looking at him like you want to fuck him?
That's crazy because that whole shit was made on Mark Wahlberg's life. Like,
yeah, it was.
Like that's crazy. Like I mean, obviously they embellished a lot of this shit. I don't think.
I'm sure they did. There's so many funny scenes, like when T.I. was in the office with the Ari and the male strippers.
Yeah. Then he walks out of there, like fucking takes it. He's like, "Fuck this."
But that's a show. Speaking of like relating it back to like reboots, I think they could reboot that show and it would still be good because basically Vinny Chase, like you could use the same actors. Where Vinny Chase is at this point in his career is kind of like where Johnny Drama was when they first filmed. Because actors do that in real life. They age, but they just take on older roles or more mature roles, stuff like that. So you could really bring the boys back and just see where it goes.
But then they had the movie. Did you watch the movie?
Yeah, I watched it. I thought the movie was whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like it was a good watch, but it was nothing compared to the actual show.
And another thing is, like I don't know if they can get away with the shit they got away with. Like the shit that Ari would say to people, the gay jokes he would make to Lloyd.
That would be cancel cultured in a heartbeat now.
Ari was so insensitive, but it was hilarious. Like it was just...
He didn't give a fuck.
Yeah. That's what made Ari. That was his whole character.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. Remember Turtle dating fucking, what was it, Jamie Lynn Sigler?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was dope.
Meadow Soprano?
Yeah.
Did you actually, talking about Meadow Soprano, have you watched Sopranos?
Yeah. Well, I actually didn't watch it to the end. Weird story. I stopped halfway through and never, beyond halfway. But I just never watched like the last like season and a half or something.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like I went on vacation or something. I came back and never watched it.
I was a diehard. I am a diehard. Sorry.
You seen it like how many times?
22, 23 times, 24 maybe.
How do you even know? Like, why you keep counting at?
But like I don't because I bought it. So I watched it live every Sunday. I bought the DVD box set. My brother bought the Blu-ray box set, and then IPTV has a 24-hour channel, and I watch it on there as well. And on top of that, like YouTube clips and all this shit, like I fucking watch it religiously, man. I love Sopranos. You can't tell me there's any I guess it's a biased opinion, but I personally think Sopranos is one of the best shows ever made.
And people say like it's crazy because James Gandolfini, he started like becoming the role. That's what people were saying, right? Like he started becoming acting as if
it's
he's
crazy,
Tony
man.
Soprano.
Like he full on, like I think season 3 or 4 or something like that. He started believing that he was Tony Soprano.
That's wild.
Yeah, man. It's like I feel like it's like that effect. Heath Ledger had it with the Joker.
Yeah, he was like method acting.
Yeah. And there's a few other guys that I read about recently that like they just believed the role so fucking much. It's crazy, man. But Tony, like, it was a dope ass show. Like, I fucking love it. Love it.
My favorite part was when what's the ponytail guy's name?
Furio,
yeah. When they're going golfing, he's like stupid of fucking game.
Oh fuck! He had a lot of, that accent's fake.
When he was dancing with Tony's wife.
That was some fucked up shit, man. Like right in front of him. Like that was such a fucked up time too. Like
the way they dance.
Oh man, fuck! Like that was a dope show. Man.
What were you saying about the shorts?
Oh yeah, I was telling you this prior, but so Tony Soprano in one of the episodes is wearing shorts during a barbecue, and this is when he's like the mob boss. And what ends up happening is in real life, somebody from the mafia actually called him or the producers or somebody and said, "Hey, a mob boss doesn't wear shorts in real life." And they wrote that into the show, and they had another mob boss from the other family in the show say to Tony, saying like, "Hey, mob bosses don't wear shorts." And it goes to show that's how much fucking
they were actually watching.
Yeah, like they had the stamp of approval for the mafia. Like they were down with it.
Yeah,
it was dope.
That's pretty wild.
Yeah, man. Like and honestly, like it just makes you think though. On a side note, like how great HBO was.
Yeah,
or
they had a
is,
hell of a
but
run.
like was like they 99 they had Sopranos.
2002 I think they had
The Wire. Yeah,
The Wire was
Entourage in like 09 or some shit. 04, 09, something like that. Yeah, 04. So I mean, they had an insane run. Have you seen The Wire?
Yeah, Wire is one of my favorite shows ever.
I've never actually seen it.
That was something like my brother bought me the DVD box set for Christmas. I didn't even know what it was. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
But then I ended up watching it. I was like, wow, this was one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Wow.
It was so dope because they show the whole drug trade is all based in Baltimore.
Yeah.
And, like where it starts in the streets, and it goes into like how it comes from like the containers and like the longshoremen and stuff.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, it's like the whole thing's a cycle. Like when you watch, like each season is like a microcosm, and then as a whole it's like a macro. You gotta see it. But there's so many classic one-liners that actually came from it too. Like, my name is my name.
What?
Like that? Yeah, that was Marlo said that in The Wire, but that was Pusha T's album's name.
Yeah.
My name is my name. Or like shit. That's like
Well, that's from that dude?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's one of them. There was when Avon goes, there's only 2 days. The day you go in and the day you come out. When he's talking about going in prison, right?
Yeah.
That's just the mentality.
Oh shit.
There's man must have a code. Oh, you come at the king, you best not miss. That's Omar. Like,
shit.
Classic line.
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
Classic.
I've heard that.
That's where it comes from.
I gotta watch this.
Yeah, it was one of my favorite scenes from the show was when Stringer Bell, he's holding like this meeting because he's always trying to treat dealing drugs like a business, right? So it's like you can only talk if you have the chance to talk, right? So it was one guy, Bodie, he's trying to talk, but he won't put his hand up, so they're not recognizing him in the meeting. They're like, the chair won't recognize your ass. And then eventually his homeboy Poot puts his hand up, and he's like, does the chair know we're gonna look like some punk ass bitches? And then Stringer's like, you motherfucker, I'll punk your ass. And then Shamrock's like, yo, Poot did have the chair.
Oh fuck.
But it's so funny. If you've seen the scene, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, no,
And a lot of actors actually came from there because Stringer Bell, that's Idris Elba.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Idris Elba's obviously huge. He did like Luther. He was in Thor. He was in so many things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Michael K. Williams, he was in Boardwalk Empire. Even before that, he did like Bullet. Like he did a lot of things. He's the man.
Yeah, for sure.
And also the guy that played Littlefinger on Game of Thrones, he came from there.
Oh shit.
There was man, like quite a few actors. Oh, and another crazy story is the girl that played Snoop on the show.
Yeah.
She was actually convicted for like second-degree murder in real life before the show.
Yeah.
She ended up meeting Michael K. Williams somehow. He got her an audition. She got a role.
Yeah.
And she played a gangster on the show. But what's crazy is even after the show ended, she still got convicted. The DEA raided her house. They found drugs, and she did time for that after the show, after the fame. So that just goes to show, because like the producer of the show was really like a cop or a detective or something like that in Baltimore.
Yeah.
So it's all based on real shit. Like Avon was like based on a real person, and it's a really wild story. The whole thing is a really, really cool show. It's a little slow, not a lot of action, but it's really dope. Like
that actually, Paulie Gualtieri from Sopranos, he was a gangster in real life.
Oh yeah, him too?
Yeah, and he played a gangster on the show as well. So it's pretty crazy, man. Like it's
Method Man was on in The Wire too. He had a role too.
Yeah, I think I remember that. But you were telling me about somebody else. What was his name on The Wire? He got his start from The Wire. A young kid.
Oh, Michael B. Jordan.
Holy shit, that's fucking crazy.
Wallace.
I didn't know that.
In season 1, it was crazy. He got shot down. Well, spoiler alert. He got shot down. I think there's like a Tupac poster behind him too. It was pretty dope. Like it was a crazy. It was like a big part of the whole season 1 storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hell of a show, man.
You know what? Actually, that brings me. Your one hell of a storyline. Sopranos. You didn't watch the ending, you said, right?
No.
So I watched that ending live. We were, it was me, a couple cousins sitting there, and it was fucked up. Like we all thought the TV. Spoiler alert. We all thought the TV fucked up. It cut to black, and we all tripped the fuck out. We're like, yo, like what's going on here? Something's wrong, and it caught us off guard. But like, if you actually watch back some of the other episodes, they led you to like they gave you hints and they told you what the real meaning was. Spoiler alert, Tony does technically, he dies at the end.
Yeah, even now, like I seen the ending, even though I never watched the whole last season. Like that's what I assumed anyways. Like what else could it be?
It's a good show, great show.
Even I have a bunch of friends that did the same thing you did.
Yeah.
They would get together, they would watch it, and they told me the same thing. They're like, when they saw it live, they're like, man, like the broadcast fucked up. Hey, nobody check any spoilers. Nobody move. We're staying in this room.
Yeah.
And then like they waited till the broadcast replayed. They saw the same thing happen.
What the fuck is this, right? That's crazy, man. And then you know what? To end it on some lightheartedness, one of my favorites from 2009 is I hate to say it, but it's fucking Jersey Shore.
Yeah, Jersey Shore was like, I guess it's weird because it was damn near 15 years ago, right?
Holy shit.
So I mean that classifies as an old show to me.
Yeah,
like
I mean that makes a cut.
Yeah, started before the 2010s. Like,
that was
when it first came out, I was like, man, what the fuck is this shit? What is stupid? But then when I really started watching, it was a guilty pleasure. I was like, I can't stop watching this.
It's just watching fucking organized chaos.
Yeah, just watching them party. Like Entourage inspired me to be like, man, I want to be like Vinny Chase. But then when I saw them too, I was like, that's a little bit more feasible.
Yeah, you don't have to shoot for a fucking movie star.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh man. Yeah, no, Jersey Shore, it's good. It was a great watch. I still watch it from time to time.
Yeah, I watched like all the original seasons,
Yeah.
and then I think they did like a reunion. They still do reunions, right?
They have like a family
Yeah, I watched,
vacation
like,
or some shit.
Yeah, I watched like the first one or something.
Yeah,
like
it's boring now. Like if they're not partying, they all got kids. It's not the same.
Yeah, then what are they gonna do?
Exactly. They don't let loose. I don't know if you were into Suits, but another show that's getting revamped is Suits.
I didn't know it was getting revamped, but I really enjoyed the beginning of Suits, like the first few seasons, first 3, 4, I don't know, whatever it was. Like it was really dope. It was a really captivating storyline. It was fun watching, like, I don't know, just be like rich big shots and do all this shit.
But it was crazy how they figured out the fucking solution to all the cases.
Man, in like 30 minutes, they slap a stack of papers on the desk. They always read the first paper like, What?
Yeah, exactly. How could that be? Oh, I know what you need to do. Like,
Yeah.
I know where this fucking $100 million is
Yeah,
gone.
they just click in and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
that's all it was. Like, how can, like, what the fuck are the rest of the papers for? You only ever read the second page. So you flip the cover page and you're like, oh, I lost this case.
Yeah, my cousin's a lawyer, and she was actually telling me that she can't stand that show. It's like a fucking bullshit. Like, you know, like real lawyers don't come to that conclusion that fast. But it sells, you know. Clearly
Yeah.
it does something well because they're rebooting it again.
And it's like, how long could Mike basically fake being a lawyer for? The guy went to prison.
Came out and became a lawyer again. Like, fuck,
Nothing
man.
will stop this man from becoming a lawyer.
Holy shit.
Except from actually studying for the test the first time,
Yeah.
like a normal person. Like, what are you doing? But it was a good show for the
it's a
time
good
being.
watch.
And then
It's a good
it's just like I didn't even watch the end of it and then didn't that chick she married the prince?
She
of
fucking
England or something?
That's why they wrote her off the show, and I'm just like, what a fucking plot twist.
Yeah, like how does that even? Yeah, that's wild.
Oh man. But that wraps up episode 5. I'm positive we could have talked about a lot more shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of shows we didn't really deep dive into.
Dive.
A lot of shows we didn't deep dive into. And like we could have very easily done so. And even then, we never even mentioned movies at all.
Oh, that's
There's
a
so
whole
many
other
movies.
beast.
We
Yeah.
could have easily gone into like childhood movies we grew up on, like
We
anything
will.
like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
How many
Home
times
Alone,
did Michael
fucking
Myers
Christmas
almost die?
movies.
Kind of die.
Yeah, fuck's sake. I think they recreated another one this past October.
Yeah, I think that they said that was the final one. It was called Halloween Ends or
right.
something.
Fuck's
I didn't even
sakes,
see
man.
it. I
There's
bet you
so
we
many.
didn't die.
But like, subscribe, comment. Let us know what you want us to cover next. Once again, my name is Jag, aka Santos,
I'm Gugs.
and it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Boom.